Hello, Cult of Copy fans and friends and fiends. This is another episode of Eat Me, our weekday live video stream thingy about marketing and mind control and all that happy, fun stuff that we love talking about. Today's episode is about that, actually. Occasionally, some people ask why I named the group and the page a cult and why we talk about some of this darker side of stuff as pertains to marketing. They're like, aren't you worried? Aren't you a professional? Why would you want to talk about con artists and cult leaders and propaganda and all this evil dark side of persuasion stuff? And really, that's the whole point of the Cult of Copy as a group. We deliberately want to explore the dark side of persuasion and influence, specifically so we can find good things to use that we can drag back out into the light. I personally don't believe there's any difference between persuasion or influence or manipulation. I know a lot of people in marketing don't like the word manipulation because they feel like it has a negative connotation. But for me, the second you are communicating in secret with someone on an emotional level without them being aware of it, you are manipulating them, which all good advertising does. I mean, even something like testimonials, using testimonials takes advantage of people's bias that someone else's experience is going to relate to their own. And taking advantage of a cognitive bias, to me, is manipulation. But that being said, the tactics have no morality or ethics. Tactics are just tactics. So if I can take a technique that like a con artist might use to make a total stranger trust them implicitly within minutes, why would I not do that in a good way if I have a good product that I want that customer to buy? You know, like why should only bad guys get to use these powerful techniques? Because what makes them bad is that they rip you off in the end. But if you're a legitimate business and you have a good product and you're not going to rip anybody off, why not use the most powerful and rapid techniques and then simply deliver on the promises that you make? Because in my experience, with almost, I guess, a decade in the marketing industry, I've never once heard of a customer saying, boy, I love that product and it completely solved my problem. I just wish you wouldn't have tried so hard to get me to buy it. You know, I feel like you pushed me and I just wanted to decide for myself, even though I'm 100% happy with what I bought. People just don't think that way. If they make a decision to buy something and they like what they bought, they forget that it wasn't ever their own idea. They won't even remember that marketing had an effect on them unless they specifically stop to think about it. But all that said, the Cult of Copy, the mission, I guess, of the Cult of Copy, like as a concept, is we look at the dark side of persuasion and manipulation because, like, a lot of times the media has a tendency to look at, like, when a cult leader makes his followers do something evil, they're like, oh, he had some kind of magical powers. And they're not magical. They're just the same persuasion stuff we see used all the time. But a lot of times, you know, they innovate because they're not bound by law as we are. So the idea is we look under every rock to find things that we can use for our benefit, especially if you're the kind of person that has a legitimate good product that people like and they get results from. Why not use the most powerful persuasion you can to get that product into the hands of cynical, resistant buyers who would otherwise love it? Anyway, that's the message for today. Just thinking about it, thinking about how you can be a bad guy but a good guy at the same time. Kind of like, ooh, it's almost like I bought this hat on purpose. Anyways, that's it for today. You can join me every weekday at noon Eastern right here on the Cult of Copy PR page for another one of these little short video tidbits. I will see you tomorrow with another one. Bye-bye.